Hello everyone and welcome back. Here we have the 3 survivors of our 7-plane raiding party. The other 4 are going to run out of fuel or are going to be shot down most likely. But in return we've sunk 2 Japanese aircraft carriers and at a loss of 2 planes per carrier. That's a pretty acceptable loss rate for me. I know the aircrews probably aren't happy to hear that, but hell I am. I'm pretty happy to hear about these 2 carriers being sent to the bottom. Now it remains of the Hiryu, the Kaga, and the Kagi. We sank the Soryu and the Ryu. Meanwhile, the Japanese invasion fleet in the south has been completely stopped, and it looks as though Japan might be about to lose it all. And these carriers, even though they're going to run out of fuel, they still got gas. So I mean, that's not the end of the giant attack runs on the Japanese positions. We're basically one-turning carriers. They're sending in their Zeros to intercept the survivors of the raid. Guys, we're just gonna try and make it home. And even some of the guys still hovering above the Japanese fleet. The Japanese army transports slip away, and that Val scoots away to the west. Meanwhile, this guy's about to get so fucked up because of a really stupid mistake. The game will only get 4 frames for some reason I cannot discern, but it wants to, I guess, so it's going to. Because there's not really much we can do about it. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and get these guys into an intercept position. I just don't think we had the firepower to take down 2 battleships. Anyway. Not really much left to do here but wait for the Japanese to finish their turn. They're putting devastating fire under our our airplanes still hovering above the fleet from the ships. But these are already condemned heroes. So their loss has already been assumed tactically. So it's not as great as you might think. Their tactical loss. It's not. I mean, it's not. You don't think it's great anyway, but you know, it's not. It's not a great loss. I'm sure that makes sense to you. You guys are smart people. Anyway. Yep. Here comes literally every Japanese thing. And yeah, we've basically won. Let's try and find something that doesn't have a giant Japanese aircraft thingy above it. Yeah, no, spend this last turn doing something great. Final recon. You guys spent it at the edge of your range. And land these guys and get them to repair. It doesn't need to repair, he just needs to be ready. For them, those 2 cruisers will head back up to Midway Port proper, and hang out there, I guess. just to make sure no one invades us. Meanwhile, we'll try not to lose thousands of aircraft carriers and thousands of dollars of tax. Thousands of taxpayer dollars in no, you know, whatever, you get it. Meanwhile, the Japanese have had to reconfigure all their flight patterns and such to account for the fact that they've lost 2/5 of their striking force. And now, instead of it being a 5-on-3 engagement, it's a 3-on-3. Except one group's been beat to hell. And the other group is Japanese. So yeah, we've taken some pretty big losses. Looks like those Japanese are about to kick down our doors and say hello. So anyway, we'll have to put up a fighter picket right in front of these destroyers, probably right along the destroyers. Move the carriers back a bit. Keep the cruisers near the carriers. And try and catch them as they come in. We work in pairs of 2 to put maximum damage onto whatever comes in, and anything gets hit by 2 Wildcats. Even if the Wildcats aren't the greatest fighter, it ought to not be able to do too much damage. At least 2 full-strength Wildcats. Anyway. Japanese look like they're gonna finally knock this guy down, probably. And it looks like their fleet's making a run for the south. I don't know if they just know they can't capture Midway, or what. Either way, we really pranked them a good one if we managed to get away from this without losing too many carriers. Destroy 6 of the warships. Didn't get that invasion fleet just yet. Don't worry, we're getting close. We'll land and refit those guys. Wrong one. Get him repaired. Good, landed. Get him repaired. Then we'll have to scramble him and get ready for the incoming Japanese. So, okay. Thank you, tutorial. Let's see what we can't find out about these Japanese incoming air assaults. Got some Konkos incoming. I need to watch where that one heads. If it heads inward, we'll have to scramble fast, because there will be a problem. Well, that invasion fleet's not done yet, it just looks really done. Yeah, I know. I forgot to the stupid crew. You know, he'll just stay up there as a forward warning station. He's gotta destroy his job, though. I'll probably move him back. He's good at anti-stuff stuff. So Japanese Zero seems to have a lot of beef with that one Dauntless SPD. They finally do manage to knock him down. My guy gets... How did the other guy do too? Never mind, I don't really care. Looks like most of the Japanese fleet's headed south this way. On the minimap. I can't tell if they're running to this exit, or if they're just headed south towards the invasion fleet to try and protect them. Because the invasion fleet, I know it looks like they're running away. I assume they're running away. I'm gonna try and keep my carriers separate, but not too separate. Separate enough that they won't be spotted immediately. but close enough together that my aircraft can bounce between each one if they need to. Technically we've won the mission though, as long as they don't invade Midway. And I don't think there's a really big chance of that happening, with the whole invasion fleet having just been decimated. Yeah, decimated's a good word for it. However, we did lose a ton of aircraft. Kind of a shame, really. And in this game, you never know when that'll come back and bite you in the arse. Because of all those strategic thingies they put in it. I haven't really learned how to think in the big picture of this game. Because in Panzer Corps, which is the only game I have can really relate to this, there is no big picture. I can throw my men's lives away all I want. No consequence. In this game, I probably have a less experienced aircrew. Looks like that Archibald is leaving. Looks like those zeros are incoming. Bye. You want to mess with us, do you now? Not really sure what the Devastator can do, but what are you doing? Okay, this destroyer has a death wish, apparently. Or this transport. One more hit. One more hit and he's gone. Please don't escape. Alright, gotta separate these carriers out a bit. Now that should be good enough. I'll bring you down here. There. That should keep him separate enough that one one gets attacked. It should take just a little, I mean it won't take much guessing, but it'll take a little bit of effort to find it. Now it's up to the submarines to find the rest of the Japanese fleet and kind of just annoy them as they come around. So my end goal for right now is just survive. Because as long as the Japanese don't sink literally every ship I own, I'm pretty sure I pretty much won. I think. My goal was to sink their two carriers, and prevent Midway from being invaded. That's the invasion force, right there. Little speck running away. Killing that 6 warships. God, I don't really have the planes left for another strike. We only had enough strike aircraft for that one really good strike. Or at least enough fuel to keep our strike aircraft in there. Boy, did they wreak havoc when they got there. Oh, of course. Have to get some Wildcats up there. Hi, I'm the fighter escort. We'll have to move that guy specifically so the other guy can grab him. group of 3 should be able to dispatch some serious firepower if needed. Yay! There goes the Japanese invasion force. That's about it for that's all our primary objectives, I believe. All we gotta do now is keep our carriers alive. And I believe the Japanese will have in mind to give us hell to pay for those carriers. Anyway, I don't really know what'll be incoming. I saw a lot of Japanese. That's what spotted us. Have fun at the bottom of the ocean. Don't really know what the Japanese will be launching. But judging by what they had in the air at the time, it looks like they only have the capability to launch. Let's see, at the most, I've shot down a few strike aircraft. I'm trying to do some math in my head. Yeah, so 2 of those carriers were dedicated to keeping strike aircraft. Since it seems like one of the carriers was a fighter carrier, the other one was a bomber carrier. Now we sank 2 fighter carriers, so it leaves 3. Probably one of those is fighter, because there's still some fighters scrambling. One of them I saw some fighter planes on, but those probably had the 2 other strike aircraft from it. I don't know, but whatever that thing, that looks like an Achi D3A1. Got to get up there and give him a what for. And him too. There's a lot of what fors that need giving. You're going to get yours especially quick. This one's damaged enough that it's not too big of a threat. Right. So I need to pop up and hit that guy and that guy. I'm not aiming to knock him down, I'm just aiming to knock him out of commission. Now we'll steam hard for Midway. Surprise! Put another dent in the tone. Motone? Or whatever, I don't really care. The Japanese cruiser put another dent in them. It looks like that would be time to cut the episode right there. As always, I've been Tomato. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I will see you all in the next part tomorrow. Till then, have a nice day. See ya.